Hello class, I'm Dr. Deepak Pant. I'm here to give you some useful tips to help you improve your cause and effect paper. This is a continuation of the lessons you've been getting for the last 3 weeks on cause and effect analysis paper. This is your paper 3, and I believe you should be at the revising and editing stage. It's very important for you to make sure that your paper meets the guidelines, so I strongly suggest you that you go back and read the prompt for the paper and make sure it meets all the expectations. Your paper meets all the expectations. I believe this cause and effect type of argumentation is one of the most convincing and persuasive and logical type of argumentation. Another characteristic of this type of paper is scientific, because we know that every action has a reaction. It's also convincing for the readers because we use a lot of common sense in understanding it, in appreciating it, and that helps being persuaded. Another important part of this paper is the chain of cause and effect. We know that everything happens for a reason, and that reason has a consequence. And the consequence is another consequence. A consequence is the cause of the consequence after that. And the consequence has a reason behind it. So we are bound by consequences after consequences and causes after causes. Another important aspect of this cause and effect type of argumentation is the chain of incidents. An incident is not limited to only one cause. There can be many causes, and each cause has a consequence. And the consequence becomes a cause for another consequence that happens after that. And that consequence also becomes a cause of the consequence after that. So it never ends. For example, my card got declined. My card got declined because I didn't have money in my bank. I didn't have money in my bank because I didn't work last week. I didn't work last week because I was sick. I was sick because I was partying last week with my friends. And this never ends. So partying caused me to be sick, and my being sick caused me not being able to go to work. And my not going to work means I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid, so I didn't have money in my bank. And I didn't have money in my bank, that's why my card got declined. My card got declined, that's why I was not able to buy groceries, or I was not able to buy what I wanted to buy. And now, when I was not able to buy what I wanted to buy, will have a consequence. And this consequence will have another consequence after that. So one consequence triggers another consequence. And one cause is caused by another cause. So this is the chain of cause and effect. And it makes perfect sense to us. Sometimes when we write a paper like this, we don't even have to bring any secondary sources to prove our point, because it makes perfect sense to our human brain, to our common sense. Now, at this stage, we need to make sure your paper is well organized and it flows well, the sentences flow well, paragraphs flow well. When sentences flow well, sentence 1 flowing into sentence 2, sentence 2 flowing into sentence 3, they form a strong, good paragraph. And paragraph 1, the end of the paragraph 1, flowing into paragraph 2, and paragraph 2 flowing into paragraph 3. So this flow, this flow will make your writing flow. Your paragraphs need to flow well. And for paragraphs to flow well, we need to make sure that we use the right transitions. Sentence 1 flows into sentence too, with good transitional words or phrases. Now I want to talk about transitional words and phrases which will help you get organized and then make your writing flow well. They're also called signal words, which will help you in making your paper flow well. That makes your paper consistent and coherent. These are some rhetorical strategies which will help your readers understand your argument and make connections. Readers always want to see logical connections in your writing, and using transitional words will make your writing flow well and make it sound logical. Without transitional words, your sentences will not flow well. So this lesson is going to be about the use of transitional words in your cause and effect writing. This will help your arguments to flow in a definite direction and make connections. It's easy to recognize a cause and effect paper if you are able to identify these transitional words. These transitional phrases denote either causes or effects. You can write from the point of view of causes, or you can write from the point of view of effects. If you want to show the causes, then you would use these transitional words such as because, because of, due to, as a result of, consequently, as a consequence of, and so forth. Accordingly, if you want to show the effects or look at it from the angle of effects, then words such as so, so that, in order to, can be used. Now, if you find these words abundantly used in a passage, then you could probably say that it's more than likely it's a cause and effect passage or a cause and effect argument. When you write your cause and effect paper, see if these words are used. These words will help your passage to flow well, the paragraphs to show connections. Now let's focus on transition words and phrases that I have talked to you about before. I have posted an activity for you on transition words and phrases, which should help you understand how they can contribute in maintaining consistency, organization, and coherence in your writing. As you know, besides cause and effect, there are many more patterns of organization, such as addition, illustration, comparison and contrast, classification, etc. And they have their own transition words and phrases. These transition words and phrases are their identities, which means their use can help us identify which pattern of organization is dominant in a particular piece of writing. They make sentences as well as paragraphs flow smoothly in a logical order. They play a pivotal role in enhancing the logical connections of the sentences from a rhetorical angle. Readers value these words tremendously. I know we already use these words and phrases in a natural conversation, but let's use them strategically and consciously. Here are some transition words for cause and effect writing. Because, because of, for, since, stems from, leads to, causes, creates, yields, produces, due to, breeds, so that, therefore, thus, consequently, hence, etc. I know these words are not new to us. We use these words abundantly in our everyday conversation. Actually, we can't even talk without using these words and phrases. And now in our writing, we need to use these words strategically and rhetorically and very consciously. And that's what the practice is about. Now it's time for an activity. I have posted a worksheet here that should help you understand the importance of transition words and phrases in making your writing coherent and consistent. Please read the handout and follow the instructions. And thanks for your time. All the best to you.